Miss you. Can't believe I'm going to Europe. It's been 13 years. How's it going, everyone? This is Kevin. Today I want to bring along with me to talk about the gear that I plan to bring on my Euro trip. So let's jump right into it. So it's been about 13 years since I last got to go to Europe, and I was supposed to go before pandemic time. 2020, early of the year, we're planning to go, travel Europe and everything. And as you know, everything shut down. And a couple years now have gone by that things seem to be a little bit more normal, that we're able to finally make this trip. So I thought it would be a great time to run down basically what gear I'm going to be bringing on this trip, to make sure that I have all my bases covered when it comes down to my photo, videos, and everything that I want to create while I'm being out there as well. Just little essential things that I think are beneficial for a trip. This was no easy task to do because I haven't gone to do a big trip like this with all my camera gear. So I've been having to nitpick what I wanted to bring, what I couldn't bring, what I should bring, what I shouldn't bring. So hopefully, this will be a kind of little insightful thing in case you're having your first big trip and you have somewhat similar gear to mine, or if you're looking to get gear to know what to bring. Hopefully this will help you out. So we're first going to start with a camera bag. It's the Love Pro BP400 AW3, which is flip side, whatever that means. But I went with this bag because my old bag broke, and I think this was a very big bag for all the stuff that I want to bring whenever I'm traveling or doing stuff here, near local towards me. This is a very big boy in a good way. I think it can, handle a lot of cool stuff. What I liked, it had like the back flaps that you can put. It also has just good cushion all around, and for my back, I think it's phenomenal when it comes down to it. You can kind of handle it like this, like I guess if you want to do like a duffel bag. I'm not going to use that, but I also put a quick release plate kind of thing right here from the Peak Design, but then I put my own quick release plate from my own stuff on there just so that it's a lot easier to just keep it with the same ecosystem when it comes onto my travel tripods or any tripods and stabilizer. So it works out pretty good. I think it just does what it needs to do. And that's the outside of the bag. So we're gonna dive into more what I brought into it and see, what we got. So this is my travel tripod, the Switch Pod. This has been pretty great when it comes down to having a vlogging kind of style tripod, but also a quick style of tripod to just sit down. It has also my quick release plate style of, I guess, for setup for my cameras. And that's just something that I wanted to showcase before we go into the camera bag itself. And since I am filming with one of my cameras, it's the A7S III with a 17-28 Tamron lens. That would have been inside my camera bag, so use your imagination. Magic trick. It's in there already. All right, great. Here we go. We're gonna start with the most non-essential things, I guess, but they are essential, is this lightning to USB. If I want to transfer some stuff quickly to my phone a lot faster than the Wi-Fi connectivity, this works pretty great. Just an extension, and then also the little dongle. So I usually keep those in there. This is just to put on top of my camera in case I want to have something mounted on top. If I want to do the POV style with my phone tripod or mount on top of my camera better than on my chest. This is what it's for. Always gotta have a lot of batteries, extra batteries, and a charger to charge 2 in one go. Very beneficial when it comes down to this setup. And wall plug, because I'll have the USB cables all around here and everything. But that's basically the most essential thing. These things don't really matter. It's just from the Peak Design, little extra things, but we'll start putting things in here slowly but surely. An extra battery for my film camera, always essential to have. Keeping it right about there. This little nifty thing is pretty cool because it's like a mount thing for your phone where you can connect your microphone, so I can put my microphone on there to have better sound. Another, like the phone adapter to basically like the microphone. An extra little camera strap for the hand. Got a little bit of an aperture light so that in case I want to have some lighting in the situation that I'm at to have a little bit better. This helps out pretty great. Can't forget this one. This is a good little thing to have in case there's a lot of dust Got some of these wired headphones, broke ass moment, but it is what it is. These are pretty great to have for my iPhone just in case I need them. And these are my regular headphones. I don't have them in here yet, but these are just regular headphones to connect also for my laptop versus my iPhone as well if needed. So we put these in here as well just in case. And that's pretty much it when it comes down to that part of this section. Now we're gonna go off with the next thing, which is this little power outlet. It's an Anchor power. So it has for USB, USB-C, and an AC outlet, which is pretty great because it's also one that you can travel with on the airplanes. It's under 100 watts, which just gives you enough power for charging your laptop, but also to go through the airport. That goes here. And now that brings us to our next thing, our chest mount. This is just a little cheap chest mount with my phone that allows me to, have everything for POV style videos. Keep it in here, right about there, which now we got my little point and shoot camera. It's just a Minolta little point and shoot. It's pretty great because it has a 38 to 90 millimeter lens. So I can make sure to capture a lot of little things right here. So pretty great. Put it right there. Next thing is some extra storage besides my little SSD. I got both of these for storage, 1 terabyte versus 5 terabytes, so that if this starts getting full, I can just shift it over into this one to have everything secure as possible. So I was keeping it in here so that making sure that I have everything set up as much as possible. Put a little bit of a cable in here and set with that. Now this is my variable ND filter, because sadly it won't fit into my normal ND filter case that I got from Peter McKinnon. That's the one downfall of this. I got my filters and I can't even fill them up because this one won't fit in there, but at least I'll just bring it. This is my method, so watch. Just shift, put, close, and put. Now we got everything secure and nicely. Now for lenses, besides my Tamron 17 and 20 that we're filming with, I'm bringing the 35 to 150. My first big trip with it outside of the country. I've used it around here in my normal trips, so it's going to be pretty fun to bring this bad boy out. I always leave my Moment Cinebloom 5% diffusion filter on it and put it right about here. Now we got another cable, which for cables I've been storing them in here. These are just cables that are like my camera my camera cables and laptop, and I also have an AirTag in there because I asked you guys about it and you guys said that it would be beneficial, so you know what, I went with it. We can put this one over here right now. Now this is also to be able to read the CF Express Type A cards and then SD cards for my laptop, so I just kind of put that in here. Didn't really have much else of to put it anywhere else. And now for the second camera, the A7 IV, this trusty dandy little thing is going to be phenomenal when it comes down to having a good photo and video camera. I'm going to be using my A7S III mainly for the video part, but I thought it'd be good to bring both. I know I did a poll that everybody just said to bring the A7 IV, but part of me just wants to know that I can travel with everything and be good about it, so I have to push my limits. That's my thought. And now also some wireless microphones, that Cinco microphones coming in clutch. Bringing them right about here. And yeah, I have my laptop in here, which is it's like a 15-inch laptop, so it's a little bit of a big boy, but everything fits pretty perfectly still, even though it's a big freaking laptop. And extra film, Portra 800 ISO right about there. That's where I've been putting my microphone for the Rode Video Micro, my A7S III, and my Tamron 17 to 28. And I got everything covered like that. That's the gear that I plan to bring with me on this trip. I'm actually pretty excited to be able to, have everything in the bag and it fits perfectly. It actually, if I zip it up real quick to show you how it feels and looks, I think it's pretty nice to have something that is just more secure and can handle everything that I put to it. I've been liking this bag quite a bit. So this is how, I'm gonna be looking at myself in the trip. Yeah, nothing too shabby, I think. I think it'll be pretty great. Doesn't feel too heavy, and the cool thing is if I wanna have this little, back strap kind of thing, I can tighten it up if I need to. And then also up here, to be able to have more security as well, so that, I mean, I guess nobody can snatch my bag. So something I thought it was pretty cool about this bag. That's it for the gear that I'm bringing for this trip. I'm pretty sure that I will have all my bases covered. I mean, 17 to 150 range in just focal is great. I'm not bringing a drone because there's really no time for me to set up drones and go with the time period that I'm going. A lot of the times, if I really need some extra, something, I'll just look up stock footage to fill it up. But other than that, I'd like to do as much as I can for the video myself. If I find that I can go higher up somewhere to get some aerial footage within my camera, I'll just do that instead. But that's pretty much everything to keep my bases covered. I have enough battery to cover me for everything, especially with my laptop. If I want to work with everything that I want to do for editing, that's the reason why I'm bringing it as well, so I can transfer files, since if not, it'll just fill up my memory cards and then I won't have anywhere to take more photos. So I kind of want to avoid that as much as possible. And film camera is always nice to have. So hopefully a little bit of this insight will be, beneficial to you when it comes down to your travel choices. See how the camera bag itself looks with all my gear in it. Because I know a lot of people tend to ask me if it's going to be hard to travel with a Tamron 35 to 150 because it is a little chunky boy. But I think it'll be perfectly fine. I'll definitely make a video of the after process to see how everything went and update you guys how it felt having that lens with me and the gear that I brought with me. Was it too much? Was it just enough? Should I brought other stuff or condense a different way? So we'll see how it turns out once we're back, but I'm excited to be leaving here shortly and being in Europe, since I haven't been back in a while. Get to see my best friend that when I was living there, so it should be pretty exciting to be there and get some cool new perspective of photos. Feeling burnt out with my area, so now I'll get to take more photos, do cool little videos while I'm out there in Europe for YouTube, and enjoy my time. But with all that said and done, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to like and subscribe, share this video with a friend. I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.